in the crib, wanna be the next hit, but they don't wanna split. Ain't no challenge, ain't no win.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bedroom Producers Podcast. I am Sh65
And I am Kj8beatz.
and we are your hosts for today.
Yes, it is now episode
3, I do believe it's episode 3.
episode 3.
Episode 3. Alright, so today what we have in store is we're just gonna catch up on what happened since the last episode. We're gonna go review 2 songs, specifically by an artist called Convolk.
And we will do 2 producer tips, one from me and one from Sh65.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, should we get into it? So, the last episode, how long ago was that one?
Wow, that was that? I think that was 10 weeks ago.
It was mad. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. It was last term, I think.
Yeah.
So, well, since then, I've, specifically my studio has changed a lot. Both of our studios
Yeah,
have changed
both of
a
our
lot,
studios
actually.
could change a lot.
So, I built my PC that I've been thinking about for ages, and it's awesome, and now I run Ableton on that. But, in that time, my hard drive kind of died on me, and I
that's
lost
sad.
all my projects, all my plugins, everything. But the data recovery is said to have gone well, so I don't know how much data I'll get back, but it's coming back on the Tuesday. So tomorrow, actually, it's coming
Wow.
back tomorrow. Yeah, so that's okay.
And mine, I have got a new laptop. It's not a desktop, I know, but I was gonna get a desktop, but then I wanted to be more mobile as a producer. I could take it to other people's studios and work on my beats there. So I got a ROG Strix,
Of course you did.
only around $2,000, pretty cheap.
Oh, pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It's just got a 9750H, RTX 2060, 16 gigabytes RAM,
Alright.
512 gigabytes SSD.
Yeah.
And I got a 28-inch 4K monitor, which is really good. Like, getting an external monitor for your studio setup really improves your workflow because you can actually look at the work. You can look at the waveforms clearer. You don't always have to squint your eyes.
Pretty much.
And because you're gonna be there from, like, I don't know, you're gonna be up in the studio like all night until like 1 o'clock.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, you better get a good monitor.
You better get a good. You gotta take care of yourself, man. Like, keep your posture straight. Make sure your studio is comfortable because you'll be spending a lot of time. in there.
True.
Always. Well, yeah. Should we get into the reviews?
I think we shall.
All right. We'll be right back. We're gonna listen to Lone Wolf by Convolk. So that was
It was Lone Wolf by Convolk.
that was really good. This is one of my favorite songs right now. It's really good.
True, it's also become my favorite song right now.
So, KJ, would you like to take us through what you thought about the beat?
Alright, so the beat, I really like the beat. It's pretty nice. It's like a really hype anime-ish song.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like an anime beat, but it's hard as hell. Like, the little reference to that anime show, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this anime guy just says "Womeo wa Shinderu." Sorry for my
Everyone knows the meme. You
Yeah.
know? Nani?
Nani?
That one.
Yeah,
That one.
that one.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, that little tag just really sealed it off. It's a guitar beat. It's really fast arpeggio. Keeps it real interesting and energetic. I haven't really heard a beat like this, actually. It's quite a unique beat. And then the drop hits, it's just really full. Like, the chorus is so full. Like, you've got like amazing like hi-hats. The guitar really shines. The vocal, it's kind of wide.
It is
And
pretty wide.
the 808 is a supporting element. It's not the main element, but it's a supporting element. So that's way better. I think the producer even uses, a hi-hat switch up in the middle. So it does keep it a little interesting. Like, it sounds different, but you don't know what it is. But it just makes it sound a little better. And what are your thoughts about the lyrics?
Well, I think the hook, the chorus, is so catchy. Like, that is something that gets stuck in my head all the time.
Word.
and there's good use of internal rhymes. You got dead, said, head again, all in like 2 lines, and the whole crashing on the bends thing. That's like a reference in a lot of songs. Crashing on bends is like losing a lot of money. Basically, it's like your downfall in life. That's genuinely. He's predicting that's how it's gonna end. He'll be on his own again because he crashed another Benz, and I love the fact that he included some Russian in the song because he has a very rich Russian background. He when he was younger, his dad was Russian, and his dad would take him to trips to Russia every school holidays. So a nod to all the fans that know Russian. That's very cool, and there's not many bars in this song because it's not really a hip hop song, right? It's a different kind of genre.
It's a rock trap song.
It's a rock trap song. There you go. It's like alternative. I don't even know what to call this, but it's good. There's a lot of singing going on thanks to autotune, but his voice is not bad. Like
True.
he can
It's
vocalize
nice. It's
pretty
nice.
well. Yeah. He also nods to the 27 Club, which is what people call artists, a lot of artists who've died before the age of 27, and Convolk has a heart condition, which he thinks he won't make it. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this song, but I'd say it's very catchy, gets stuck in your head very well, and it's written very well.
True. And out of 5 stars, I would give this beat a strong 4.5.
Strong 4.5. All right.
True. Yeah.
I think that's really good. I think I'm about the same, actually. I'd say this song is a straight up 4.5 for me. 4.5 out of 5. It's really, really good.
Really, really good. In terms of why it didn't get a 5-star, probably if it's kind of hard. Maybe if it just had maybe a different part where he just rapped a little bit, that would be kind of
That's
nice.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I feel like the melodic thing needs a break in maybe where he does the Russian part. Like right after there, you can have like some fast rap. But Convolk isn't really a rapper,
He's not a rapper. He's an alternative.
Yeah, he's kind of a singer-ish.
True.
But if you had like a small hip hop section with some actual bars, I think that sound really good.
Yeah, true that.
All right. Well, I guess we move on to the next song in this list, "Dead in December" by Convolk.
Again.
All right, we'll be right back. Whew, that's fire, dude. That was Convolk, "Dead in December."
Yeah.
Okay, KJ, would you like to break down what you thought of this beat?
So the beat. Well, it's one fire beat. To be honest, I really like it. It's again hype, but in a different way from Lone Wolf, but in like a relaxed but like cool mood. So starting with the melody, it's just a really ambient pad, really a rich midtones, and it's just really, really simple melodic pattern. There's no crazy like triplets, no crazy like double rolls, no crazy that. It's just a couple of notes, but it really just seals off that mood. And then you've just got the hi-hats. I think the hi-hats are quite surrounded, I think, in the beat. They're simple. They're simple. I think they're just 8s, but yeah, they're just 8s, but they're just, I think they're a little panned in a way, and that just sounds really good. And the 808 is again a supporting element. It's not a main element, which is actually really good. It sounds way better now because a lot of people will just have like a really fat, distorted 808. And
Yep.
Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it's just too overpowering. And this song really seals off that really greatly supported 808. And
Yeah,
SH, what about your thoughts on the vocals?
All right, again, Convolk is back at it again with such a catchy hook. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a good use of internal rhymes, and he's got some repetition with "ooh yeah, true yeah, you know, at the end of every bar in the hook, and that just really sticks it in someone's head. And his melody when he's singing, catchy as hell. It resolves itself every time. Very nice, very catchy, I'd say. Throughout the song, he basically talks about his come up and his distaste for everyone in his early life, except for his mum. Convolk's mum has been mentioned a lot, and his mother passed away while he was at a very early age. And in many interviews, not many, he's only had one, which I watched the whole thing of. But he's talked about his mum being a very pivotal figure in his life, and you know, he says that she motivated him to live his life, get it on his own, you know, and throughout the whole song, basically, it's kind of a angry, I hate everything vibe, but not angry, if you know what I mean. It's like the universe has been unfair, but he still got it on his own, you know. And I think it's a very inspirational in a strange way. It's the kind of song I'd listen to while I'm skating or while I'm like riding somewhere. It just makes you feel cool, but also like slightly pumped. You know what I mean? It's I think it's definitely well done, and the lyrics are great. The lyrics are great. All
right, and out of 5 stars, my rating would be, I can't believe I'm going to say this again, but probably a 4.5.
For me, this song, I just like it slightly more than Lone Wolf, so I'd give it like a 4.7. Like,
yeah.
It's just I like this vibe more than Lone Wolf because I'm more relaxed most of the time than hype.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I cannot pick like anything wrong with this song. Like, can you?
Yeah, so the two songs they're really different. This is something I'll listen when I'm just drifting to sleep or something, or I'm just going to bed or something like that. But Lone Wolf is something where I'm like at the peak of my like bike ride, or just running, or just doing something exhilarating.
Exhilarate. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that was 2 songs we reviewed by Convolk. We had Lone Wolf first and Dead in December. Both of them were produced very well, and these might be some of the highest ratings we've given.
True, yeah, these are one of the
show.
highest.
Yeah, definitely. Like Mask Off, I think we gave perfect ratings.
Yeah, I think we gave perfect rating for it.
But out of everything else, I think Convolk is very good. Definitely recommend everyone go listen to. Go give him a shot. All right, on to our producer tips.
So,
KJ, what producer tip have you thought of this episode?
Well, it's really hard because producer tips come in a various range of sizes. So just like Dead in December and Lone Wolf, they can be very different in different fields. So one thing that sometimes I would do if I have a rapper that's not too on beat, I would manually quantize them using Ableton's warping mechanism or algorithm. And yeah, it's pretty easy. I'll just switch it to Complex or Complex Pro, and then I will start just adding warp markers at the start, and then if something's off, I'll put two warp markers where I think the rapper is on time, and adjust the one in the middle so that it will be on time. Yeah. And what about you?
For me, a producer tip would probably be, I'd probably say one that's been very relevant in recent time for me is probably getting past beat block, right? So once I got my new PC, I had massive beat block. Like I did not know what to make. I felt like all my songs were sounding similar, and everything sounded like I've done it before. You know, I couldn't think of anything new. So through trial and error and help from KJ, I found out a couple strategies to get past beat block. So first thing you want to do is first thing you want to do is listen to different types of music, I'd say. At the time, I was still listening to full hip hop, that kind of stuff. Then I started listening to some Convolk and some guitar trap kind of stuff, and that made me think, let's try switch up the sounds I use. And I actually use some physical instruments. I use my guitar, and sampling that, I could combine what I did before, and it was a completely different thing. Nothing sounded the same, and that's a very good technique to get out of beat block. But after you've done that, your songs may still sound the same. It might not feel as different, and that might be because of arrangement. A lot of producers aren't taught how to arrange, so everyone develops their own way of arranging. And I've recently noticed that my intros have always been the same for like the past year. It's been melody by itself, melody with hi-hats, maybe a clap, and then you go into the chorus.
Sure.
That's the arrangement. You have to switch things up.
Yeah.
Definitely change the arrangement. And if after all of that you still can't get past beat block, switch up your environment. Being a creative individual, making creative things, you need to have a good, encouraging ambience when you're in your zone, and maybe switch it up. Go to a different room with your laptop, try making beats there, or just maybe even make a melody on the piano and take it back into your studio, Switch things up. That's how you get past beat block.
Yeah. And maybe another thing to get past beat block is don't be afraid to fail.
Yes.
That's one thing. Like, don't be afraid to be unique. Don't be afraid to maybe, I don't know, change up your hi-hat patterns. Maybe don't be afraid to put a 30-second triplet on like the first bar or something. Like, people are different. Like, maybe it might sound bad, but that's all right. That's just part of the learning process. So, I mean, it's better that you learn it now than when you go to a big studio or something and you're just doing that and you're like, wait, no, what's happening? And yeah, maybe even your rapper or someone like that might ask you for a different beat and you're like, I don't know how to make that.
Correct.
So exposing yourself to all sorts of different genres and not being afraid to fail will make you a really, really great producer.
Us as producers, we do something and it works, and then we tend to stick to that because it works. You have to be able to experiment and see what works and what doesn't. You'll find a lot more works than you thought, and you just have to get out of that bubble. Yeah, so those are our 2 producer tips.
Yes, that is.
How are we doing for time, KJ?
And we are we are approaching the end of our podcast right now. Time for the quick wrap up.
A quick wrap up. All right. So today we covered what happened from the last episode. We reviewed 2 songs by Convolk, Lone Wolf, and Dead in December. Yes, correct.
Yes.
And what ratings did we give for that?
I gave a 4.5 for both Lone Wolf and Dead in December.
And I gave a 4.5 for Lone Wolf and a 4.7 for Dead in December. Then we covered some tips and tricks.
Yes. Mine was to manually warp and quantize your rap vocals.
And mine was strategies to get past beat block, which if you're a producer or any creative, you'll see some kind of creative block. And these techniques can be applied in a wide range of situations to just get past that small face that's stopping you from making what you like.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you guys so much for watching listening this episode of the Bedroom Producers Podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube.
But
we
may be removing our YouTube channel.
Maybe
we might just stick to Apple Music and Spotify,
because chances are, if you're a human living in the 21st century, you will either have one of the 2, Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
True.
And having your phone open while you're trying to listen to a 20-minute long podcast is kind of an issue, and most people don't even go on there anyway. Yeah. So depending on what we think in post, we'll decide on the state of our YouTube channel. But until then,
that's me from KJ.
And that's it from me, Sh65.
Goodbye.
Bye.
wanna be the next hit, but they don't wanna split. Ain't no challenge, ain't no win. Take a smile like the hit, but too hard. Ain't no win, ain't no grit. Take a sip and you fine. Ain't no hit, 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 ain't no hit.
They got the clout, they benefit, they take the shot, ain't killing it, no winning it, ain't spilling it, just counterfeit, just dealing with enemies, them felonies, no remedies, just melodies, ain't scared of me, but let it be.